TikTok has spawned numerous viral trends, internet celebrities, and music trends around the world. Duets, a feature that allows users to add their own video to an existing video with the original content's audio, have sparked many of these trends. Many stars got their start on Musical.ly, which merged with TikTok on August 2, 2018. These include Lauren Gray, Baby Ariel, Zach King, Lisa and Lena, Jacob Sartorius, and many others. Lauren Gray remained the most followed individual on TikTok until Charli D'Amelio surpassed her on March 25, 2020. Gray's was the first TikTok account to reach 40 million followers on the platform. She was surpassed with 41.3 million followers. D'Amelio was the first to ever reach 50, 60, and 70 million followers. Charli D'Amelio remained the most followed individual on the platform until she was surpassed by Khaby Lame on June 23, 2022. Other creators rose to fame after the platform merged with Musical.ly on August 2, 2018. TikTok also played a major part in making Old Town Road by Lil Nas X one of the biggest songs of 2019 and the longest-running #1 song in the history of the US Billboard Hot 100. TikTok has allowed many music artists to gain a wider audience, often including foreign fans. For example, despite never having toured in Asia, the band Fitz and the Tantrums developed a large following in South Korea following the widespread popularity of their 2016 song Hand Clap on the platform. Any song by R&B and rap artist Zico became #1 on the Korean music charts due to the popularity of the hashtag #AnySong challenge, where users dance to the choreography of the song. The platform has also launched many songs that failed to garner initial commercial success into sleeper hits, particularly since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic. However, it has received criticism for not paying royalties to artists whose music is used on the platform. Classic stars are able to connect with younger audiences born decades after a musician's first debut and across traditional genres. In 2020, Fleetwood Mac's Dreams was used in a skating video and a recreation by Mick Fleetwood. The song re-entered Billboard Hot 100 after 43 years and topped Apple Music. In 2022, Kate Bush's Running Up That Hill went viral among fans of Stranger Things, topping the UK singles chart 37 years after its original release. In 2023, Kylie Minogue's Padam Padam entered the Radio 1 playlist after being shared by Gen Z, even though many youth radio stations had refused to play it. Other older artists with strong engagement on TikTok include Elton John and Rod Stewart. In June 2020, TikTok users and K-pop fans claimed to have registered potentially hundreds of thousands of tickets for President Trump's campaign rally in Tulsa through communication on TikTok, contributing to rows of empty seats at the event. Later, in October 2020, an organization called TikTok for Biden was created to support then-presidential candidate Joe Biden. After the election, the organization was renamed to Gen Z for Change. On August 10, 2020, Emily Jacobson wrote and sang Ode to Remy, a song praising the protagonist from Pixar's 2007 computer-animated film Ratatouille. The song rose to popularity when musician Daniel Mertzluft composed a backing track to the song. In response, began creating a crowdsourced project called Ratatouille the Musical. Since Mertzluft's video, many new elements including costume design, additional songs, and a playbill have been created. On January 1, 2021, a full 1-hour virtual presentation of Ratatouille the Musical premiered on Today Tickets. It starred Titus Burgess as Remy, Wayne Brady as Django, Adam Lambert as Emile, Kevin Chamberlain as Gusto, Andrew Barth Feldman as Linguini, Ashley Park as Colette, Priscilla Lopez as Mabel, Mary Testa as Skinner, and Andre de Shields as Ego. A viral TikTok trend known as Devious Licks involves students vandalizing or stealing school property and posting videos of the action on the platform. The trend has led to increasing school vandalism and subsequent measures taken by some schools to prevent damage. Some students have been arrested for participating in the trend. TikTok has taken measures to remove and prevent access to content displaying the trend. Another TikTok trend known as the Kia Challenge involves users stealing certain models of Kia and Hyundai cars manufactured without immobilizers, which was a standard feature at the time, between 2010 and 2021. As of February 2023, it had resulted in at least 14 crashes and 8 deaths according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. In May, Kia and Hyundai settled a $200 million class action lawsuit by agreeing to provide software updates to affected vehicles and over 26,000 steering wheel locks. In 2023, a trend emerged where streamers acted as if they were video game characters following prompts from their viewers. On Douyin, the Chinese version of TikTok, some celebrities who had garnered large followings as of August 2019 include Dilruba Dilmurat, Angelababy, Luoz Hixiang, Wang Nana, and Pan Changjiang. In the 2022 FIFA World Cup, a Qatari teenage royal became an internet celebrity after his angry expressions were recorded in Qatar's opening match loss to Ecuador. He amassed more than 15 million followers in less than a week after creating a Douyin account. TikTok food trends are specific food recipes and food-related fads on the social media platform TikTok. This content amassed popularity in 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic, as many people cooked and ate at home and more people turned to social media for entertainment. While some TikTok users share their diets and recipes, others expand their brand or image on TikTok through step-by-step videos of easy and popular recipes. Users often refer to food-related content as food talk. The hashtags #TikTokFood and #FoodTalk are used to identify food-related content, and have been viewed 40.2 billion and 9.7 billion times respectively since the app's creation, according to the company. Food trends have had profound societal impacts on their millions of viewers. There has been increased popularity in youth cooking, conversations on body image, use of marketing of food products on social media, and food shortages due to mass trends. Certain TikTok content creators such as Iton Bernath, Jerome Combs, and Emily Marico have achieved fame by crafting recipes that have become food trends. They and their colleagues have developed recipes such as the leftover salmon bowl, baked feta cheese pasta, and pesto eggs. Mid-size fashion gained greater exposure on TikTok after many creators opened up about not able to find clothing sizes that fit them well. Women's apparel can roughly be divided into petite, straight, and plus sizes, leaving gaps in between. Realistic videos about how differently pieces of garment fit on a model compared to how they fit on a typical consumer resonated with many who had believed that they were alone in their struggle. Content promoting cosmetic surgery is popular on TikTok and has spawned several viral trends on the platform. In December 2021, Plastic and Reconstructive Surgery, the Journal of the American Society of Plastic Surgeons, published an article about the popularity of some plastic surgeons on TikTok. In the article, it was noted that plastic surgeons were some of the earliest adopters of social media in the medical field and many had been recognized as influencers on the platform. The article published stats about the most popular plastic surgeons on TikTok up to February 2021, and at the time, 5 different plastic surgeons had surpassed 1 million followers on the platform. In 2021, it was reported that a trend known as the #NoseJobCheck trend was going viral on TikTok. TikTok content creators used a specific audio on their videos while showing how their noses looked before and after having their rhinoplasty surgeries. By January 2021, the #NoseJob had accumulated 1.6 billion views, #NoseJobCheck had accumulated 1 billion views, and the audio used in the #NoseJobCheck trend had been used in 120,000 videos. In 2020, Charli D'Amelio, the most followed person on TikTok at the time, also made a #NoseJobCheck video to show the results of her surgery to repair her previously broken nose. In April 2022, NBC News reported that surgeons were giving influencers on the platform discounted or free cosmetic surgeries in order to advertise the procedures to their audiences. They also reported that facilities that offered these surgeries were also posting about them on TikTok. TikTok has banned the advertising of cosmetic surgeries on the platform, but cosmetic surgeons are still able to reach large audiences using unpaid photo and video posts. NBC reported that videos using the hashtags #plastic surgery and #lip filler had amassed a combined 26 billion views on the platform. In December 2022, it was reported that a cosmetic surgery procedure known as buccal fat removal was going viral on the platform. The procedure involves surgically removing fat from the cheeks in order to give the face a slimmer and more chiseled appearance. Videos using hashtags related to buccal fat removal had collectively amassed over 180 million views. Some TikTok users criticized the trend for promoting an unobtainable beauty standard. In March 2023, TikTok introduced a dedicated feed for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM, content. It works with Common Sense Networks to check for safety and age appropriateness, and with the Pointer Institute for reliability of information. In January 2023, Forbes reported that a heating tool allows TikTok to manually promote certain videos, comprising 1 to 2% of daily views. The practice began as a way to grow and diversify content and influencers that were not automatically picked up by the recommendation algorithm. It was also used to promote brands, artists, and NGOs, such as the FIFA World Cup and Taylor Swift. However, some employees have abused it to promote their own accounts or those of their spouses, while others have felt that their guidelines leave too much room for discretion. TikTok said only a few individuals can approve heating in the US, and the promoted videos take up less than 0.002% of user feeds. To address concerns of Chinese influence, the company is negotiating with the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States, CFIUS, such that future heating could only be performed by vetted security personnel in the US, and the process would be audited by third parties such as Oracle. TikTok's and Douyin's censorship policies have been criticized as non-transparent. Internal guidelines against the promotion of violence, separatism, and demonization of countries could be used to prohibit content related to the 1989 Tiananmen Square protests and massacre, Falun Gong, Tibet, Taiwan, Chechnya, Northern Ireland, the Cambodian genocide, the 1998 Indonesian riots, Kurdish nationalism, ethnic conflicts between blacks and whites, or between different Islamic sects. A more specific list banned criticisms against world leaders, including past and present ones from Russia, the United States, Japan, North and South Korea, India, Indonesia, and Turkey. In 2019, TikTok took down a video about human rights abuses in the Xinjiang internment camps against Uyghurs, but restored it after 50 minutes, as well as the creator's account, saying that the action was a mistake and triggered by a brief satirical image of Osama bin Laden in another post. TikTok moderators were instructed to suppress posts from For You recommendations if the users shown were deemed too ugly, poor, or disabled. The consumption of alcohol, full or partial nudity, LGBT, and intersex contents were restricted even in places where they are illegal. TikTok has since apologized and instituted a ban against anti-LGBTQ ideology, but censorship continues on Douyin due to regulations in China. Douyin guidelines also forbid live broadcasting by unregistered foreigners, feudal superstition, money worship, smoking and drinking, competitive eating by the already obese, toxic slime, pornographic ASMR such as ear licking, and female anchors wearing revealing clothes. ByteDance said its early guidelines were global and aimed at reducing online harassment and divisiveness when its platforms were still growing. They have been replaced by versions customized by local teams for users in different regions. A March 2021 study by the Citizen Lab found that TikTok did not censor searches politically but was inconclusive about whether posts are. A 2023 paper by the Internet Governance Project at Georgia Institute of Technology concluded that TikTok is not exporting censorship, either directly by blocking material, or indirectly via its recommendation algorithm. Following increased scrutiny, TikTok said it is granting some outside experts access to the platform's anonymized datasets and protocols, including filters, keywords, criteria for heating, and source code. A 2023 study by Rutgers University researchers found a strong possibility that content on TikTok is either amplified or suppressed based on its alignment with the interests of the Chinese government. The researchers subsequently found that TikTok removed the ability to analyze hashtags of sensitive topics. TikTok said it restricted the number of hashtags that can be searched under its creative center because it was misused to draw inaccurate conclusions. A historian from the Cato Institute stated that there were basic errors in the Rutgers University study and criticized the uncritical news coverage that followed. The study compares data from before TikTok even existed to show the app has fewer hashtags about historically sensitive topics, distorting the findings. Concerns have been voiced regarding content relating to, and the promotion and spreading of, hate speech and far-right extremism, such as anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, racism, and xenophobia. Some videos were shown to expressly promote Holocaust denial and told viewers to take up arms and fight in the name of white supremacy and the swastika. As TikTok has gained popularity among young children, and the popularity of extremist and hateful content is growing, calls for tighter restrictions on their flexible boundaries have been made. TikTok has since released tougher parental controls to filter out inappropriate content and to ensure they can provide sufficient protection and security. In Malaysia, TikTok is used by some users to engage in hate speech against race and religion, especially mentioning the May 13 incident after the 2022 election. TikTok responded by taking down videos with content that violated their community guidelines. In October 2019, TikTok removed about 24 accounts that were responsible for posting ISIL propaganda and execution videos on the app. In March 2023, the Jewish Chronicle reported that TikTok still hosted videos that promoted the neo-Nazi propaganda film Europa, The Last Battle, despite having been alerted to the issue 4 months prior. TikTok said it removed and would continue to remove the content and associated accounts and has blocked the search term as well. In June 2021, TikTok made an apology after a shock video, showing a girl dancing which then cuts to a graphic scene of a man being beheaded by a saw, went viral. The video has now been sent to TikTok's blacklist, which automatically detects it before being uploaded. TikTok has previously worked to remove graphic content from its platform, including the suicide video that was circulating in September 2020, which was appeared within the recommended clips of TikTok's For You section. TikTok has banned Holocaust denial, but other conspiracy theories have become popular on the platform, such as Pete Saget and QAnon, two conspiracy theories popular among the US alt-right, whose hashtags reached almost 80 million views and 50 million views respectively by June 2020. The platform has also been used to spread misinformation about the COVID-19 pandemic, such as clips from Plandemic. TikTok removed some of these videos and has generally added links to accurate COVID-19 information on videos with tags related to the pandemic. In January 2020, left-leaning media watchdog Media Matters for America said that TikTok hosted misinformation related to the COVID-19 pandemic despite a recent policy against misinformation. 185 In April 2020, the government of India asked TikTok to remove users posting misinformation related to the COVID-19 pandemic. There were also multiple conspiracy theories that the government is involved with the spread of the pandemic. It reported that in the second half of 2020, over 340,000 videos in the US about election misinformation and 50,000 videos of COVID-19 misinformation were removed. To combat misinformation in the 2022 midterm election in the US, TikTok announced a midterms elections center available in-app to users in 40 different languages. TikTok partnered with the National Association of Secretaries of State to give accurate local information to users. In September 2022, NewsGuard Technologies reported that among the TikTok searches it had conducted and analyzed from the US, 19.4% surfaced misinformation such as questionable or harmful content about COVID-19 vaccines, homemade remedies, the 2020 US elections, the Russian invasion of Ukraine, the Robb Elementary School shooting, and abortion. NewsGuard suggested that in contrast, results from Google were of higher quality. Mashable's own test from Australia found innocuous results after searching for getting my COVID vaccine, but suggestions such as climate change is a myth after typing in climate change. In November 2023, Singaporean Law and Home Affairs Minister K. Shanmugam applied for court orders requiring TikTok to provide information on the identity of 3 users that he accuses of spreading false and defamatory information about him. The users had shared on TikTok an article published by celebscritic.com alleging that K. Shanmugam was involved in an extramarital affair. As of 2022, TikTok is the 10th most popular app in Russia. After a new set of Russian war censorship laws was installed in March 2022, the company announced a series of restrictions on Russian and non-Russian posts and live streams. Tracking Exposed, a user data rights group, learned of what was likely a technical glitch that became exploited by pro-Russia posters. It stated that although this and other loopholes were patched by TikTok before the end of March, the initial failure to correctly implement the restrictions, in addition to the effects from Kremlin's fake news laws, contributed to the formation of a SPL internet, dominated by pro-war content in Russia. TikTok said that it had removed 204 accounts for swaying public opinion about the war while obscuring their origins, and that its fact-checkers had removed 41,191 videos for violating its misinformation policies. In December 2023, BBC News reported that it had discovered nearly 800 fake TikTok accounts promoting Russian propaganda and disinformation. TikTok's own investigation found more than 12,000 fake accounts, including ones using additional languages such as English and Italian. The growth of popularity and access to TikTok has contributed to a growth in popularity of digital feminist movements and discourse originating from the platform. Digital spaces like TikTok enable marginalized communities and activists, such as feminists, to feel like a safer and have an easier place to engage in discussion and dialogue or build an identity which might otherwise be impossible due to circumstances. The momentum of digital feminist movements through platforms like TikTok have additionally encouraged many social media agents and marketing campaigns around the world to adopt some degree of feminism as a part of their online image or personal brand. TikTok's unique platform organization, of spontaneous peer-to-peer information sharing, has enabled its utilization for community-engaged, digital knowledge mobilization and exchange between social justice communities. However, inversely enabled by the platform's organic potential, both feminist challenges and anti-feminist reinforcement of dominant social, hierarchical, and gender values are widespread and instigated through TikTok, and content labeled as anti-feminist is itself popularized on TikTok. Thank you for watching this video.